parade by the Royal Guards ushering in the arrival of world leaders participating in the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting to the Buckingham Palace here in London. President Nana Akufo-Addo leading Ghana's delegation to the meeting, which is under the theme Towards a Common Future. Hello, I'm Jefferson Saki in London, bringing you highlight of President Akufo-Addo's participation in the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, where leaders of the Commonwealth are meeting to address global challenges and also agree on how to work and create a better future, particularly for the youth. London, United Kingdom, a city hosting heads of government of the 53 member states of the Commonwealth of Nations. The summit aimed to build links between countries to offer young people access to knowledge and skills and also give them a voice on key issues such as democracy, human rights and the rule of law. Across the Commonwealth, member states face common challenges: weak global trade and investment flows, new cross-border security threats, the effect of climate change on small and other vulnerable states, among others. But each country also came with their own interests. Ghana's President Nana Akufo-Addo held bilateral talks with a number of global players ahead of the official opening.
So, Mr. Prime Minister.
Mr. President, it's so good to see you. How are you? I'm very well, thank you.
Former British Prime Minister Tony Blair also called on President Akufo-Addo. Their discussions focused on a wide range of issues focusing on Ghana, the Commonwealth and global development. Mr. Blair lauded President Akufo-Addo for changing Ghana's economy to one that is known to be experiencing rapid growth. World issues such as the deepening of democracy among member states of the Commonwealth, the worsening humanitarian crisis in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Syria, UN reforms and increase in trade cooperation between Ghana and the United Kingdom dominated discussions between the leader of the UK's Labour Party, the Right Honourable Jeremy Corbyn MP, and President Akufo-Addo. The City of London is a global marketplace, a 21st century city with history stretching back to the Roman times. Across the Thames River, the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, hosted President Akufo-Addo and his delegation, including the Mayor of Accra and Ghana's Minister of Trade and Industry.
It's a very important meeting. It marks a milestone in our relationship with the City of London. The City of London and the City of Accra had established a relationship, what we call a sister city or a twinning relationship, where we discussed a very important development areas that will be mutually beneficial to both cities. One of the key areas that we spoke about is about urban management. And in it we spoke about infrastructural development and then also tourism. We also spoke about the general economy and what we can do together. And then we also share ideas on the digital space and how we can also turn Accra into a smart city. And sanitation was also very key, and they were very much also interested in liquid waste, because they are interested also in rebuilding their sewage systems.
Morning of Thursday the 19th of April 2018, the Royal Guard ushering in the arrival of world leaders participating in the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting to the Buckingham Palace. President Nana Akufo-Addo leading Ghana's delegation to the meeting.
the Prime Minister of Canada. The President of the Republic of Ghana.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of members of the royal family, Her Majesty the Queen and His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales.
As the English national anthem is played, it reminds the gathering of the significance of this particular summit. This is the last time Queen Elizabeth II is sitting in as head of the Commonwealth. The organization was made up of 8 member states when she became Queen of England in 1952, when she succeeded her father. Today, the Commonwealth is made up of 53 member states.
Reign over us, God save the Queen.
The Prince of Wales will now officially welcome us to Buckingham Palace today.
For my part, the Commonwealth has been a fundamental feature of my life for as long as I can remember, beginning with my first visit to Malta when I was just 5 years old. I consider myself fortunate over the years to have been able to meet and talk with so many of the giants of the Commonwealth: Sir Robert Menzies, Kwame Nkrumah, Sir Keith Holyoake, Jomo Kenyatta, Pierre Trudeau, Kenneth Kaunda, Julius Nyerere, Lee Kuan Yew, and many more. On the foundations they laid, the modern Commonwealth has a vital role to play in building bridges between our countries, fairer societies within them, and a more secure world around them. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I pray that this Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting will not only revitalise the bonds between our countries, but will also give the Commonwealth a renewed relevance to all its citizens, finding practical solutions to their problems and giving life to their aspirations. By doing so, the Commonwealth can be a cornerstone for the lives of future generations, just as it has been for so many of us.
It's now my pleasure to invite the host of the summit, the Right Honourable Theresa May, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, to speak.
Your Majesty, Your Royal Highnesses, Secretary-General, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I'm extremely proud to be welcoming you all to London, the first full Heads of Government meeting here in almost 40 years. I want to begin by expressing my gratitude to Prime Minister Muscat and his team. Thank you for your incredible hard work. You represent a Commonwealth truth that the size of a country does not limit its ambition and impact. I hope that over the coming days and months, we can build on the work you have begun as we forge a future for our common good. Over many decades, this organisation has brought together nations young and old, large and small, to celebrate our common bonds and to work to our mutual benefit. There have been difficulties, successes, controversies, but I believe wholeheartedly in the good that the Commonwealth can do. And this week, as young people from our many nations gather and contribute their views, our responsibility as leaders is to ensure their voices are heard and to build a Commonwealth that we can be proud to hand on to the next generation. Over the past 3 days, we have seen the power of the Commonwealth in action at the forums for business leaders, young people, women, and civil society. These discussions have demonstrated the vibrancy and creativity of our organisation, focusing on issues such as improving trade, youth unemployment, education and health, all of which have the potential to transform people's lives. Finally, on behalf of all of you assembled here in Buckingham Palace, I want to offer my heartfelt thanks to Your Majesty, Head of the Commonwealth. This week, you have opened your homes to us here in London and in Windsor. Over many years, you have been the Commonwealth's most steadfast and fervent champion. You have been true to the deepest values of the Commonwealth, that the voice of the smallest member country is worth precisely as much as that of the largest, that the wealthiest and the most vulnerable stand shoulder to shoulder. You have seen us through some of our most serious challenges, and we commit to sustaining this Commonwealth which you have so carefully nurtured. For your service, for your dedication, for your constancy, we thank you.
You'll see that there are a number of young leaders who are with us today, and two of them will now share their remarkable Commonwealth stories. Devika Malik and PJ Cole are recipients of the Queen's Young Leaders Award, which celebrates exceptional people who are using their skills to transform lives in their own communities and to drive change across the Commonwealth. I now invite Devika and PJ to tell us about their experiences.
I would like to share with you the remarkable story of how a group of former child soldiers have become community leaders and are rebuilding their nation. Back in 1996, moved by the plight of child soldiers in Sierra Leone, my parents invited over 800 young people into our lives. All were victims of war. Pulling them out of the conflict and into our home, I shared my clothes, food, and parents with them. Although they had committed many atrocities, my father had the vision that with the right support and education, these young people will go on to be those who would rebuild the nation in years to come. Today, a group of these former child soldiers with whom I shared my life are now standing shoulder to shoulder with me. And together, we're running 4 schools, a safe home, and a vocational training center. We're working with farmers, running businesses, rebuilding Sierra Leone. Faced with the atrocities of the Ebola disease in 2014, our team of former child soldiers started a new fight to end Ebola. We designed an Ebola education program which equipped over 100,000 people with life-saving knowledge. We provided support to over 12,000 quarantined individuals. We also partnered with others to build an Ebola treatment center, which treated over 270 people. In the last 6 years, we've had to deal with Ebola, cholera, floods, and most recently, a mudslide that killed over 1,000 people and left many young children orphaned. We have also supported colleagues in the UK, in Mozambique, and in Dominica in diverse ways. See, during this week's Youth Forum, a colleague pointed out to me that it is time to move away from merely talking about including young people to recognizing that our young people in the Commonwealth are proffering solutions to some of the biggest challenges that face us. And my experience bears that out. Thank you.
Thank you, PJ and Devika. Your courage and your determination inspire us all. It's now my great privilege to invite Your Majesty, as the head of the Commonwealth, to address us.
Prime Minister Muscat, Prime Minister May, Secretary General, ladies and gentlemen. Having on so many occasions been welcomed to opening ceremonies around the Commonwealth, it is a pleasure this time to welcome you to my own home. Here at Buckingham Palace in 1949, my father met the heads of government when they ratified the London Declaration, which created the Commonwealth as we know it today, then comprising just 8 nations. Who then, or in 1952, when I became head of the Commonwealth, would have guessed that a gathering of its member states would one day number 53, or that it would comprise 2.4 billion people? Put simply, we are one of the world's great convening powers, a global association of volunteers who believe in the tangible benefits that flow from exchanging ideas and experiences and respecting each other's point of view. And we seem to be growing stronger year by year. The advantages are plain to see: an increasing emphasis on trade between our countries is helping us all to discover exciting new ways of doing business. And imaginative initiatives have shown how together we can bring about change on a global scale. The Commonwealth canopy has emphasized our interdependence, while the Commonwealth Blue Charter promises to do the same in protecting our shared ocean resources. The Queen Elizabeth Diamond Jubilee Trust is providing life-changing eye treatment to many thousands through the generosity and cooperation of the nations represented here today. My family and I have been heartened by these and many other programs in which we are proud to play a part. I'm glad to see that young people, connecting through technology, are becoming ever more involved. When I meet the young leaders of this century, I remember my own lifelong commitment made in South Africa in 1947 at the age of 21. As another birthday approaches this week, I am reminded of the extraordinary journey we have been on and how much good has been achieved. It remains a great pleasure and honor to serve you as head of the Commonwealth and to observe with pride and satisfaction that this is a flourishing network. It is my sincere wish that the Commonwealth will continue to offer stability and continuity for future generations, and will decide that one day the Prince of Wales should carry on the important work started by my father in 1949. By continuing to treasure and reinvigorate our associations and activities, I believe we will secure a safer, more prosperous and sustainable world for those who follow us. A world where the Commonwealth's generosity of spirit can bring its gentle touch of healing and hope to all. Mindful, as always, that this summit of Commonwealth leaders draws its mandate and authority from our member countries collectively, it gives me great pleasure to declare this meeting of the Commonwealth Heads of Government open.
It was a serene evening when Queen Elizabeth II welcomed her guests to the Buckingham Palace to a state dinner. Ghana's President Nana Akufo-Addo and First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo were key guests for the dinner.
May I invite you all to join me in a toast to the Commonwealth.
The Prime Minister of New Zealand,
Towards
Jacinda
a
Ardern,
common
proposed
future.
a toast to the Commonwealth, while Ghana's President Nana Akufo-Addo proposed a toast to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
Her Majesty, Your Excellency, Secretary General, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor and delight for me to propose a toast to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, Queen of the United Kingdom and Head of the Commonwealth. The Ghanaian people have very fond memories of the two visits she's made to Ghana during her reign. The first was in 1961, in the early years of our modern nationhood, when she was the guest of the celebrated first president of independent Ghana, His Excellency Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. The second was in 1999, when she was hosted by Ghana's longest-serving leader, His Excellency President Jerry John Rawlings. On both occasions, we remember the elegance, style, and sheer joy she brought to the performance of her duties. We remember with equal fondness the warmth and graciousness of her welcome when she hosted President John Agyekum Kufuor during the state visit he paid to Britain in 2007 to commemorate the happy anniversary of Ghana's Golden Jubilee, i.e. the 50th year of Ghana's independence from British colonial rule. It was an unforgettable visit, and I, as Ghana's then foreign minister and member of President Kufuor's delegation, had the rare privilege of spending 2 nights in this magnificent historic palace. All the members of our delegation enjoyed every moment of our stay here and continue to cherish its memories, including the occasion when President Kufuor got stuck in the lift with Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. One of the most important aspects of this second Elizabethan age, which we have witnessed, has been the transformation of the British Commonwealth from an initial membership of 5 countries, namely Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and then white rule South Africa, who were linked by ties of blood and race to Britain, to becoming now a 53-member organization of diverse, once colonized peoples from all the continents of the world, who have gained their freedom and sovereignty and are today equal members with Britain in the Commonwealth of Nations. The current Commonwealth comprises 1/3 of the world's population. This dramatic transformation has been done peacefully and enthusiastically, largely due to the stewardship, guidance, and leadership of Queen Elizabeth II. Her Majesty has been the influence that has steered the Commonwealth to pay greater attention to our shared values and better governance. She has been the rock that has kept this organization sturdy and true to its positive beliefs. We have been made to understand that she will be winding down her duties as head of the Commonwealth. My toast thus takes on an added significance, for it falls upon me to express the depth of our collective regret that she would no longer automatically be present at our proceedings. The organization will undoubtedly be the poorer for it, as we shall miss her inspiring presence, her calm, her steadiness, and above all, her great love and belief in the higher purpose of this Commonwealth of Nations, and in his capacity to be a force for good in our world. Over the years, she has extended her customary courtesy in smoothing the entry into the club for new leaders, making them feel at home in her practiced and direct manner. This being my first shogun as President of the Republic of Ghana, I am one of the new entrants into the family and have become a beneficiary of Her Majesty's legendary ability to make you feel at ease and forget that you're nervous. Ma'am, together with all the new entrants, and indeed of all of us present, I appreciate the hospitality, and I'm grateful for the welcome in these grand surroundings. It is my fervent hope that the deep love she has shown for this association will continue to light the way for all of us and our successors as we endeavor to establish firmly in a world where many traditional assumptions are under serious threat the values of fairness, decency, freedom, and openness, which have been the object of her work. She will always be an icon of the Commonwealth. May I now ask all of you to be upstanding, charge your glasses, and toast the health, long life, well-being, and God's blessings on the head of the Commonwealth of Nations, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, Queen of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. The Queen.
Prime Minister May, Secretary General, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I welcome you all here tonight. As head of the Commonwealth, I am delighted to be able to host this occasion in the United Kingdom for the first time in many years. This dinner is always an opportunity for us to come together as friends, and I'm grateful that so many of you are here with us this time. I know that all my family join me in wishing you a very enjoyable evening. Thank you.
As leaders gathered at Lancaster House to deliberate on key issues at the head's plenary executive session, it was issues such as trade, climate change, human rights, democracy, gender and youth that dominated discussions. More on the next edition of the Presidential Diary. And that's how we end today's edition of the Presidential Diary, brought to you by the Communications Directorate at the Presidency. Log on to www.presidency.gov.gh and the other social media platforms on Facebook, on Twitter, as well as on Instagram for more updates. I'm Jefferson Saki in London. See you next time.